There is a huge problem with the way Beerus has been handled in Dragon Ball Super, and it needs to be addressed here and now. So, let's talk about that problem right now. How's it going, everyone? InnovativeJdawg here, and welcome back to yet another Dragon Ball discussion video. Just based off the title alone, I know this video is going to get a lot of flack, because Beerus has no doubt become one of the most beloved Dragon Ball characters ever since his debut in Battle of Gods. Don't get me wrong, I love Beerus and I love the concept behind who and what he is. I love the mysteries behind his strength and prowess, but this character can't be left in the dark forever. I'm not afraid to admit that this character, who was once the most menacing and interesting threat we've ever seen, who has since been relegated to a simple background character, has been severely mistreated over the years as a result. He's not getting that proper spotlight that he drastically needs, and we're reaching that point where, if he keeps on doing nothing substantial, nobody is going to care about him anymore. But before we dive deep into today's discussion about Beerus, go ahead and smash that thumbs up button to help push this video into YouTube's algorithm. It would mean a lot to me if this video were to get a lot of likes, because that way, more Dragon Ball fans can see this video. Also, go ahead and subscribe if you're new to the channel. I make a ton of Dragon Ball content revolving around any topic you can think of. With all that out of the way, let's get back into it. First off, I'd like to point out that I never said Beerus wasn't developed. He's certainly a well-developed character. We know a lot about who Beerus is as a person thanks to how integrated he's become to the main cast of Dragon Ball. We know that he loves to eat, we know that he loves to sleep, and we know that he tends to slack off on his own job. These three character traits have been the basis for his character beyond his initial introduction back in Battle of Gods, and have given him a way to stand out amongst other DB characters. He's a unique character, both design and personality-wise, making it easy for fans to click with him and turn him into one of their favorite characters. On top of this, he's often been a good foil to Goku's antics as the main character. But the issue with Beerus isn't his personality traits, or how he and Whis have become so interwoven into Goku's friend group. The problem is that he was introduced in one particular manner, where he was displayed as the universe's strongest warrior, and easily curb-stomped Goku even after obtaining Super Saiyan God, but yet his power was never explored much further beyond then. That is the issue, his power, and more specifically, how undefined his limitations are. Like I said, he's a character that has been stuck in the background and is only brought about for comedic purposes, or for whenever the plot demands it. That was never really an issue, at least not for the first little while. You can't have a character as strong as Beerus popping up and stopping the main threat each and every arc, or else it would get repetitive and boring. Not to mention, even if Beerus wasn't the strongest person in the room, and if he were to just solve everything with a Hakai, that would get old really quick. For the most part, I'd say that the first few arcs after Battle of Gods, up until the Tournament of Power, handled his character very well. He was there, like Goku was in Dragon Ball Z, but he just wasn't relevant to the plot, at least to the same level as the main characters. If you wanted Beerus and Whis to stick around, whether it be just to train Goku and Vegeta in furthering their knowledge of God Ki, or if you wanted to keep them around for something important later on down the line, there wasn't anything they could do except be stuck in the background to become friends with Bulma and other non-fighters, and they would be the main source of comic relief. In fact, that seemed to be what Dragon Ball Super was trying to do. It was trying to keep the two characters around so that fans could become attached to them, yet it never wanted to highlight them or their strengths. They were being saved for something later on down the line. Along the way, we did get to see a lot of cool Beerus moments though, such as when he Hakai'd Zamasu, and even in the manga when he took on all the other gods of destruction at once. And his character played pivotal roles throughout both the Universe 6 tournament and Tournament of Power arcs. However, these quick moments were fine for just about as long as the anime had lasted, because I only started to feel like there was a problem with Beerus ever since Dragon Ball Super Broly came out. It was in that movie, where literally all of his screen time was devoted to babysitting Bulla, that I started to feel like he was overstaying his welcome. Was it funny for Beerus to be left behind to take care of a baby while Whis ran off with the rest of the gang? Sure, but at this point, Beerus was no longer that character who could just sit back and not worry about anything because he was so much more powerful than everyone else. At this point, the Tournament of Power had just concluded, and we were not only introduced to Jiren, who was stated to be stronger than all of the Gods of Destruction, but we also saw Goku tap into Ultra Instinct on men, and its silver-haired counterpart within the same tournament. Both of these characters, at their strongest, were implied to surpass all of the gods, Beerus included. And I'm not even mentioning Broly, who towards the end of his movie is believed by Goku to be around the same strength as Beerus. Broly got to that level within like an hour or two. So by this point in time, Beerus was already starting to get surpassed by other characters, and up until then, we hadn't seen him display his full power, or anything really, beyond his usage of the Hakai technique. His full power was something that was heavily teased towards the end of Battle of Gods, yet here we are several years later, and we still don't even know what he's capable of. And this is what leads many fans into thinking that despite already being surpassed by other characters, they believe that Beerus can still curb stomp beings like Jiren, Ultra Instinct Goku, even though Beerus has trouble mastering Ultra Instinct, Broly, and even Moro, who I'm going to get to in a second. Now this video is not one dedicated to solving the power rankings between these different characters. Those topics could easily take up their own individual videos. My main point in this video is that people are wanking Beerus to these extreme levels just because we were told something about him but have never seen it, and therefore they believe that we shouldn't downplay him. It's the belief that just because we haven't seen it yet, that he's still hiding something. And the problem is, if he's hiding something, why hasn't he used it yet? That is what I think is the issue. Beerus never got around to showing anyone his full power, and now people are starting to realize that, oh, his full power is already becoming a thing of the past. Why should I care about seeing it now? That is what's wrong with the way Beerus has been written. We keep being teased that this guy is so powerful, and that we just have to wait for it. But we just keep waiting. We've waited for so long to see what this guy is truly capable of, yet he waited too long, and now it doesn't matter. His inclusion in arcs where either A, his power and personality aren't helping push the plot forward, and B, where he's brought into the story yet doesn't do anything, he's just there to tease the audience, that's why I feel like he's overstaying his welcome. I could look past Beerus' inclusion in the Broly movie because, at the end of the day, it was just a movie. It wasn't an arc that expanded for hours upon hours, at least not yet. Beerus was there solely because he was a profitable character, and throwing him in the movie would help advertise it to those particular fans, and fans of the previous two movies. It would have been cool to see him fight against Broly, but that would have only bloated the runtime, and it wasn't the main focus of the plot, which revolved around the colliding destinies of the three Saiyans, Goku, Vegeta, and Broly. But then we get to the Moro arc, and this was the first time where I actively got annoyed seeing Beerus pop up. Literally, all he did for the majority of the arc was pop in to say a few sly remarks, or he and Whis gave exposition to the reader, and nothing more. There were moments such as Maris arriving on Earth, where it's explained that they just tagged along, yet all they did was interject in the final fight and throw in little remarks here and there. You can't use the excuse that Maris needed them to get to Earth. Maris didn't need them to travel down to Earth, he could have done that himself. And let's not forget that final Beerus moment where it looked like he was finally going to step in and fight Moro for himself. That would have been an amazing fight, but what happened? Uh-oh. The Grand Priest decided to summon both he and Whis away at that very moment, so we ended up not seeing Beerus fight at all, and he just up and left the plot after doing absolutely nothing at all. Honestly, it was really annoying because if you weren't going to have him do anything in the final battle, don't have him there at all. Like I said, Maris could have went to Earth himself, and Whis and Beerus would have been off-world until they were summoned to the Grand Priest. That would have been fine. Instead, we were teased and were led on to believe that Beerus was actually going to do something. It seemed like we were going to see more of his strength come about, the strength that we keep being teased about, and one that probably would have helped against the final battle against Moro, and that we would just have to wait and see him at his full power. But instead, he rushed off before anything could happen. Therefore, we were only told that Beerus supposedly still had power that could contend with a being like Moro. We weren't able to see it and believe it for ourselves. We were only left to guess, and as a result, the Beerus wank was revitalized and taken to new heights when at this point, we already know where he stands in comparison to other characters. All in all, I just feel like Beerus waited for way too long for us to see what he's truly capable of, and even to this day, we're still waiting to see what's gonna happen. There is, however, light at the end of the tunnel, because in the recent Dragon Ball Super chapter, we know that he's going to be integral to helping Vegeta obtain either a new form or a new technique that will help him surpass the Gods of Destruction and contend with Goku's Ultra Instinct. I've made a video highlighting some of my ideas for where this subplot can go, and I talk about Beerus quite a bit in that video, so go check it out if you haven't already. Overall though, I just feel like Beerus was underutilized as a character, especially with him being as strong as he is. I love the way he's become so interwoven into the main cast though, and I love his personality. There's no denying that he's one of the better characters to come out of modern Dragon Ball, but it's just a shame that we never got to see what he was truly capable of before it was too late. And you never know, maybe we will see something happen with Beerus. Maybe this new subplot he has with Vegeta will show us that Beerus is still hiding something that we had no clue about. We'll just have to wait and see how the Granola arc plays out. Regardless, what are your thoughts on the way Beerus has been written in Dragon Ball Super? Leave all your thoughts down in the comments below and let's have a discussion. If you enjoyed today's topic, please do me a huge favor and give this video a thumbs up. The more likes this video has, the more likely it is that other Dragon Ball fans will see this video as well. Also, if you haven't done it already, click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications by clicking that bell icon so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. I make a ton of Dragon Ball content, ranging from discussions, reviews, speculation videos, and I even do what if videos from time to time. If all of that interests you, share this video to all your friends, subscribe, and I hope you stick around to give me some support. Thank you all so much for watching, and until my next video, I will be seeing all of you Dragon Ball fans later. See ya!